to you. Even if we haven't slept at all, I know we jumped in way too soon. We lie amongst the cups and balloons, red, green and blue. Now what do I do? I forget I'm fragile and down over you. Cups and balloons. Now what do I do? No, I won't get sober from falling. The party is over, but I'm nowhere near over you. Near over you. I'm going.
Based in the United Kingdom, South African-born artist Julia Church has won fans across the globe with her singing, writing and producing skills. It's hard not to fall in love with her soulful voice. She has worked on tracks with stars like Goldfish and Sun-El Musician and also released several songs of her own that immediately grab your attention. She joins us this morning to talk about her music career and her latest collaborations. Very good morning to you, Julia. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's start with your EP, To Have, Not Just To Hold. Tell us a bit more about what it's about.
To Have, Not Just To Hold, so that wasn't actually my latest EP, that was the one before 2019. But that one was probably my most personal body of work, with songs, some of the first songs I'd ever written where I'd been waiting to release them. And that was just about time last year. And Shiloh and Let Me Down are two songs which mean so much to me. And that's pretty much it.
And just take us back to when and how the music bug hit you.
I think I have always been musical and fascinated by music, but I think the bug really bit me when I was maybe 15, 16, and I started writing songs, and I wrote my first song, and this is fun. So I think when songwriting came into the picture, that's when I realized that I wanted to do this forever.
And how do you define your sound, Julia, as well as the music that you produce?
It's tricky because I'm on so many dance records, and then my own stuff is really dark, mellow pop, sort of alternative poetic pop. That's something. It's hard to put it under a bracket, but and then obviously the dance stuff as well. So it's like a wide array of genres.
Okay. And just how important is it for you to have total creative control over your music as the producer too?
It's really important to me. I think I do connect with songs when, when I've had my, input on every step of the creative process. I am a control freak by nature. I just love to, be able to do it all myself. And I love to work alone as well. So that just means I do have the freedom to, do every step on my own. Even though I do love collaborating, I think it is important for me to have, a lot of that creative control.
Right. And you're currently working with South African artists from the Kiffness, Dave Scott, Sun-El, Lemon and Herb and Goldfish. When can we expect an album?
For the Julia Church stuff, I'm hoping this year. Now that I can't perform or do anything like that, I'm really hoping this year to focus on my writing and work towards an album, maybe towards the end of the year.
Okay. Now, the music video splits footage of you basically doing everything, singing, playing the guitar, the keyboard. What did you want to convey with it?
That was my video for my single last year called Don't Really Care What We Call It. And it's probably my most straight up pop song that I have. And that idea just came about because I love the idea of just being, a one woman band and being able to show those different personalities, me on drums, me on guitar and on keys. So it's just like a really fun idea to sort of also visually just show. It was like empowering. I felt like I just owned the song, and it was just a lot of fun to do.
And Julia, I understand that you wrote your first full composition song when you were just 18. What inspires you to write?
It was probably like actually way before that I'd written, but you know, like the inspiration thing, like where do I draw it from? I feel like that's not something that I give a huge amount of thought to, because I do like to be creative and, you know, process those emotions in real time and try and capture that unfiltered and raw feeling I have when I sit down to write. So I don't give much thought really to where else it comes, but I guess it's just, you know, my experiences and people and everything that goes on in our heads. I'm inspired by. I think that's why 2020 was such a creatively productive year, because I definitely did use writing as like a cathartic way to sort of, settle the nerves, I guess.
Okay. And what do you have in store for your fans this year?
Like I said, I'd love to say I was, you know, doing shows all over the world and all of that, but have to adapt. So I think I'm just going to be writing, like I said, focusing on working towards an album at the end of the year. And just see what happens. It's hard to plan much right now.
Great stuff. I mean, Julia, how do we connect with you in terms of downloading your music?
Well, you can stream my music on all the usual Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. You can find me on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Literally everywhere.
All right. Great chatting to you, Julia, and all the best in the music.
Great. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Nice to chat to you.
Likewise, Julia. We just spoke to musician Julia Church, so you got to keep an eye on her social media and streaming platforms for upcoming news on the new singles, collaborations, and much more. Sports news starts right now.